Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Here we go, into the Weeping City of Mach, which I did not expect to queue as fast as it did. 11 minutes! 11 minutes! Wait, if everyone's accepted, then how come we're not going in? Damn you, game! It probably just means the instance server is having trouble creating the instance. Or perhaps I'm disconnecting without knowing it? God, I hope that's not the case. Ah, fucking sweet. Okay. Woo! Excuse me. If my voice sounds scratchy or if I cough suddenly, it's because I was stuffing my face with really dry tortilla chips. And the queue popped while I had a mouthful of them. So that was a painful swallow. There's that big airship again. I guess it's supposed to carry the 23 other people. So you see we're leading it with our mana cutter. Okay, it flew away this time. But kind of bothers me, honestly. It's not shown to be at the paddock. So, you know, why is it a thing? But this is the Weeping City of Mach. And Kate Sith will have some dialogue that goes in the text here and there. Our first enemies are giant, I don't know, alligators? What's new? Yeah, alligators. We're just gonna save our Kinki for the boss. This stuff dies so quickly that using your Kinki up is not worth it. And I would AoE, but I'm feeling lazy, so... Combo ran out of time. Get that Kinki, get it! So we're probably behind by several thousand DPS from not AoEing, but will we make up for it by doing well on this? Whoa, this big boss has been pulled already. Arachne Eve. More of you blood-filled morsels. Sometimes I really miss having Torre. It'll be okay though. I'm just gonna meditate now. I don't care how close it is to me. You won't kill me, you foolish telegraph. Ow, that hurt. Now, when she's up here, you can keep hitting her, but you see we got 3 more enemies on the list called key knots. Those are below us. So, what we want to do is kill that spider that's over there, which people are killing. And we want to... It explodes. It was full of acid. So now, we can kill the key knot. And the reason to kill these is to get her down from up there, because she's trying to kill us with powerful, powerful raid wides. And she can absorb ether from up there that's letting her do that. Not get stuck in some of these web. Okay. When people get stuck in that sticky goo, the only way to get them out of it is to run through the goo strands. Samurai plays a little weirder than it does at higher levels. Its baseline is the same. Every combat class, you pretty much get the baseline for the rotation, like what's going to be built off of the later skills that you get by level 50, which obviously Samurai starts at level 50. But you know, like, you'll have, by level 50, you'll have all core combos. You won't have all core mechanics for every job, but could limit breaker, but there's another samurai in the party that can do that as well. They must like Higginbana even more than I do, applying it at 1%. And in this 24-man, you get item level 230 here. This was the catch-up. This was the catch-up dungeon for the second Savage Raid tier of Heavensward, the Midas tier. So this gives you gear that's rivals the tome gear at the time, which I can't remember. I think it wasn't scripture yet. Can't remember what it was. Yeah, I'll remember someday. Might have been tomestones. No, it wasn't lore. Lore was Stormblood. Point is, it rivaled unupgraded weekly tome gear, and due to substat allocation and different substat weights, due to the substat weights, that some of the gear from here for particular jobs was the best gear you could get. So that's a thing. Or was a thing. The air is thick with their otherworldly stench, huh? Oh, it looks like we're coming in the back. For Gale, huh? Well, other than his emo elf-looking face, he's actually based off of a Final Fantasy XI monster called a Dvergr. Now you want to kill this pirate crew, because otherwise, these pirate crew zombies, these are, you know, Radlia's crew, or what's left of them. But if they're not killed promptly, then they explode. Now, you notice this green stuff. If you stand in it, it's going to give you a debuff. It does damage, but it gives you gradual zombification. Later in the fight, Forgale is going to cast a skill called Mega Death. And if you do not have the gradual zombification debuff on, then you instantly die to Mega Death. So, don't do that. This is the ad phase. Put a dot on this bastard. But what you want to kill is the succubus, because she can do Beguiling Mist and charm the entire raid. And if she does that, it's likely to result in a wipe. Because everyone will start attacking one another in addition to all three of the ads hitting people, in addition to raid wides going on. So, no bueno. It's no bueno. No bueno. Meditate. Juicy, juicy meditate. Oh yeah, my Kenki's overflowing. Get to the full, get to the full, get to the full, get to the full, get to the full. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I love when it's full. Now this is the point of the fight where you want to stand in the green. All those people that just got out of the green, they're dead. Looks like a lot of them got back in at the last moment. That's okay. Good on them. Good on them. Now, this is a little bit different than the other green puddles. You gotta stand in the proximity of the orbs, because they're what's gonna make the puddle. If you're too far away from the orb when it spawns the puddle, you're not getting the puddle. Hey, this will reduce everyone's HP to 1. Aw, you didn't get it off. Boots of aiming, huh? Some of the gear from this dungeon looks pretty dang cool. I was always a fan of the striking body, even though I kind of wish it didn't have like its sloping skirt portion or whatever. And here we are in basically Void Arc 2.0. Basically like a Void Scent repository again. Now, for this, you gotta sort of divide yourselves up. But if we can, we're gonna get a dot on this boss over here, because we can. But then we're gonna move over here, because Void Spire's gonna spawn. And we gotta kill it before it explodes. And an energy gate's gonna go up, and or might have been supposed to. Oh, I don't know. Can't help you now, team. They just have to deal with an ad. It'll be fine. Flaming epigraph. Each of the alliances has a glowing switch they gotta press to make this force field come up, and if they don't, then flaming epigraph will kill you. Such is life. I suspect that the tank that's been pulling like crazy will wait for us to get into position on this next boss. Because if they don't, there's a good chance we'll wipe. The next boss is a Final Fantasy IX reference, which some of you might recognize. The optional super boss from Final Fantasy IX, Ozma. Dun, 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 dun. They had this guy come back in an instance zone called the Baldessian Arsenal in Eureka. And the Eurekan version is mildly more difficult. It's just the punishment for failure is a lot higher. But for failing mechanics is a lot higher. You can get kicked out of the instance, you can just die, which means you'll also get kicked out of the instance after your if you home point without being resurrected by your team. Unfortunately for us, there's no positional to adhere to. So we just get to beat on it. A mindless damage machine. When it turns into a cube, hug it. When it turns into a pyramid, get off of the rectangular platform and onto the ring. Those blue balls, they deal damage proportional to HP, so you can't have the tank deal with them. If you do, the tank will take more damage than anyone else would and require more healing as a result. Whoa! There's like a force field switch you gotta stand on for Black Hole in the Baldessian Arsenal, and if you don't, then you'll get sucked out of the instance and lose. But in Weeping City, you get sucked to this Atomos mini-fight. Involving Ozma Shade, or I wouldn't really call it a demi-Ozma, I guess. But it's basically a demi-Ozma. Or mini-Ozma. What you're trying to prevent is that meteor that's coming down. Turn away from this. If you get hit by this gaze attack, it's quite interesting. Instead of instantly being petrified or anything, you get a gradual stacking thing. The longer you continue to look at... Oh dear. Whoa, that was unexpected. Oop, I've got a meteor. Gonna run to the left. I'm gonna run to the back. Be careful gap closing back to Ozma. You can accidentally throw yourself off the edge if your gap closer takes you a little too far, or if you go over one of the gaps between the ring and the rectangle. Yay! Woo! Ooh, casting jacket. Don't need those for gear, but it would make a nice clam if the red mage doesn't need on it. Alright, despite knowing that the tank is going to pull right away, we're going to watch this. No, you Slayer intruders. I, Kellio Fisteri. I missed reading the rest of the text bubble because it disappeared too quickly. But she's a Final Fantasy V reference. One of the demons from the void that my magnificent maid. These curls are blades that cut. Yeah, she's pretty funny. Yep, move immediately to sealed area. It'll be okay. She basically turns half... Whatever arena side of the arena has her hair blade on it, don't be on that side of the arena. She makes it... You want to watch it forming and move to the other side. Because if you don't, you take a lot of damage. And the tank can control which way she points before it slashes for the first time. In the first phase. In the later phase, he won't be able to do that. So, it's better for you to adjust yourself rather than rely on the tank like some sort of plebeian. Not every tank will try to adjust it either. So. Yeah, she's not going to be targetable until... Whatever, I'll make up for it with meditate. Probably tried to turn her, and he couldn't. Because you don't get to... She does it more quickly in the second phase. To show the tank that he ain't shit. Go to the axes when these form. Also, we can manage to see it in first person. Come on. Animations! Well, we're not going to be able to see it. No. Oh no! That's what I get for trying to look at her butt. She's got a very nice butt. They did a good job with her butt. With Fanny. With her keister. Ex Machina. Oh, goodbye, hot demon lady. And that's the Null Stone. And she was... It's kind of hard to see, because I wasn't looking at it directly or mentioning it, but she sort of drank that like a bath bead or a shampoo bottle or something to make her hair do her ultimate attacks and stuff. So that's kind of neat. I guess I'll calm Dina Mina. Compliment, minion, cards, scouting pants, tanking hands. Sure. Try to get it all. Okay, so that took about 25 minutes. It's not too bad, not too bad. It's a little, almost half the recording. So hopefully we'll get the next 24-man unlocked here. I guess we can just leave now. Everything fell out of the loot pool. Aw, no commendations. Sad face. Happy face. Heart of the Ruins. Yep. You've done a fine job dismantling the defenses, Clyde. I only wish we could have said the same say we had the same success. But Redlia and her talents were nowhere to be found. Well, that's because most of them were zombies for the second boss. Like, almost her whole crew probably, died, except the ones that got away to tell us about it, so... Wahaha! You've left me such an inviting trail of destruction to follow. Hey, it's Ferdiad. Remember him from Amdapur Keep Hard mode? I see you found the relic within. Wonderful! Lord Diabolos will be so pleased. And look here, I've brought you a gift as thanks for all your hard work. Aw, hey look, darkness bondage again. Except Redlia is a lot hotter than Minfilia in my opinion. This is the lovely lass you've been oh so desperately seeking, isn't it? Unless you wish to see her rent limb from limb, then you will hand over the Null Stone. Is he going to shoot the darkness bondage? He's going to shoot the darkness bondage. You think I care about her worthless limbs? The woman's done naught but to cause us grief, and I just thought to crow over her grave. Don't give me that look, Redlia. What, you thought I was here to save your sorry hide? You've never been aught but an obstacle to me. Do you remember the first time we met? You were roaring with laughter at the sight of all them Maligan relics until I used your pretty blonde head as a stepping stone. Damn you, you selfish bastard! Damn me for expecting you to act any different! If I had my weapons, I'd blow a bloody hole in your belly! Have you forgotten how awful a shot you are? Not much of a threat when I've seen you miss the side of a cathedral at 10 yalms. Silence, you grinning fool. You've ruined my moment. Now I'll ruin your smirking face. Now, puss. Unholy Harlequin? Isn't a Harlequin, you know, innately female? Yeah, whatever. Grr, clever for our smart holes, but show is not over, not until you scream. The bugger got away, and I think we'd best do the same. Hey look, a bat's watching us. Diabolos! Yeah, it went pretty good, I guess. Quite a successful jaunt, all told. You and me, we make a pretty good partnership. But I've got words for you, Furball. You said that relic would obliterate a void completely. Seems to me that foppish fiend you just scorched before he slipped away. Oh, that was scarcely a fraction of the Nullstone's true power. Once I have learned how to unleash its full potential, such demons shall be consumed like gnats caught in a bonfire. So you're telling me our secret weapon ain't ready for battle? Might as well be wielding a blunted sword. Might I remind you that this blunted sword stung our foe sufficiently to free the Lady Pirate? A result we could not have achieved with your blustering words alone. But I was ready to flee without Radlia if things took a turn for the worse. But you're right. You had the presence of mind to take advantage of my bluff, and it was your actions that saved her in the end. Clive's just like, sometimes it be like that. Freedom for our skies. We might be waiting a while before Redlia finally decides to wake up. But not so long that you've got to flit away on some other adventure. Come join me in my quarters. We can ask her a few questions as soon as she's ready to talk. Rebop, bebop, boop bop, doobity doobity doobity, shoobity shoobity shoob. What are my free companies? Oh there, Clyde. Might as well make yourself comfortable while we wait on Redlia. Besides, after fighting through the ruins, I would wager you could use the rest. Where's the rest of my crew? Surely there were other survivors. Nope. Just the two that informed us of your plight. Tell me, Redlia, what drove you to risk exploring old Mach? The compass sent you there, aye, but you were after the Void Ark. You knew something, didn't you? I found a book. We were looting these strange ruins in the Sea of Clouds, and one of the lads dug up a tome. It had passages that described the Void Ark and a powerful relic called the Null Stone. A tome scribed by a Makai sorcerer, mayhap? Captain, would you happen to know the author of this work? The words are muddled by obscuring magics, and 1,500 years have faded its pages. There is much that remains illegible, but what little my darling cutthroats and I could decipher suggests it was written by a mage of exceptional status. See for yourself. If what the book says is true, the Ark is a source of immeasurable power. With that ship under my command and the mysteries of Mach in my possession, I had thought to crown myself Queen of the Skies. And look how well that turned out. What manner of Sky Pirate, what manner of Queen can't even keep her own crew alive? Well, hardly any queen can. Queens usually send other people to do battle for them. Usually not very good at it. Redlia, is it not? Would it be correct in assuming that you seek revenge against the Voidsent who slaughtered your comrades? Oh, she mad. Of course I want revenge. That hell-spawned shite gobbler killed my crew. If he were here right now, I'd gouge out his eyes and choke him to death with my bare, bloody hands. You are not alone in your desire to bring an end to these abominations. Captain, will you not join us in our endeavor to secure peace for the skies? Will you not join the Talon's strength to ours? What strength? The way things are right now, I doubt I could keep the peace in a monastery. This is not to do with personal grudges either. I just don't have the men. All my best fighters died in the ruins, and the dregs that are left are scarce sharp enough to be called Talons. Did you leave your spine back in them ruins, Redlia? You've had your wings clipped, and no mistake, but that's no reason to give up the life. I thought we'd rescued a Sky Pirate, not some cur that turns tail when her pack ain't there to bite for her. I know what you're trying to do, Redbill, but I've lost my taste for glory. You can have the cursed book. Just be sure to make the bastard pay. Aw, Clyde's like, but she was so hot and fiery. Hey, Furball, how quickly do you think you can decipher that ratty old tome? I need you to figure out exactly how your relic works. You sent that one fiend squealing in fear, but that ain't enough. For what you've told me, you need to aim for some of the obliteration if we're going to take down the Shadow Queen. The rest of you put everything you've got into what you do best. Be that research or blade work. Overdoing it is doing it just right, if you get my meaning. I'll decorate my walls with Voidsent heads if I have to. The sky should belong to no one. I wonder if that Ellison is someone he loved. Or maybe even his mom? Yeah. Older sister, maybe? Half-sister? His aunt? Flappy, 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 flap. Diabolos in bat form. It's gotta be. There'd be no other reason for them to show us a bat. Oh, hey. Dungeon boss is teaming up. The Nullstone hath fallen into mortal hands. 1,000 apologies, Lord Diabolos. I shall personally wring each and every one of their scrawny necks. The time for skulking in shadows hath ended. I am grown weary of these meddling vermin. The power of the Shadow Queen waxeth full. Soon mine ardent desire shall be passed from dream into dark reality. Ominous. But not that ominous. I'm shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked. Oh, hey, look, another quest. Almost immediately. Where shadows reign. Stacy has been searching for you at Kate Sith's behest. Clyde, Kate Sith just sent me to find you. You've a proper knack for showing up just at the right time, you know that? Anyway, Kate Sith cracked open that tome, what we got from Redlia, and has been studying all of the Nullstone's secrets. He thinks that we may be onto something important, not just concerning Diabolos and the Shadow Queen, but also the cat himself. Come on back to the Parrock, and we can all hear what he has to say together. Sure thing, babe. I think we got about 17 minutes left on the recording. I could be wrong. And if we don't, then, you know, I'll just auto-continue and do into the next recording, as I've been wont to do. Wish we could see some other Sky Pirate quarters. See them like sleeping in hammocks and shit. That'd be cool. In fact, why aren't there any hammocks in this game? I want hammocks. As I suspected, this tome was penned by a Makai sorcerer of superior standing, as well as detailing the methods by which the full power of the Nullstone might be unleashed. Its pages also contain a number of revelations concerning my master, High Void Mage Cessair. If these histories are to be trusted, then it seems that Cessair herself was responsible for summoning Diabolos. But I thought you said your master was opposed to supporting the war effort. Why would she be the one to call up that bat-winged monster? To get his power. Cessair only agreed to the ritual as a means to bring the conflict to an early resolution. From what I can glean from these passages, Diabolos was intended as a bluff, a threat that was never to be exercised. But those arrogant imbeciles ignored my master's carefully laid restrictions and elected to unleash the fiend upon Amdapor. It was when Cessair moved to protest this act that she was branded a traitor and imprisoned. Well, it looks like Amdapor did a good job, because they sealed his ass. Once they had contained the opposition, the Void Mages studied all manner of otherworldly arts at the taloned feet of their new pet, the most dangerous of which was the rite for summoning SCAITH, and the method for chaining her power. Yet even after all they had perpetrated, these ambitious fools had the gall to come crawling to Cessair when the coming of the great floods were predicted. They begged her to take control of the Void Ark for the salvation of the Makai people. As you saw for yourself, however, the energies of the Shadow Queen broke loose and turned the vessel into a derelict nest of void scent. It seems obvious now that the arts taught by Diabolos were deliberately flawed. The only saving grace in all this madness was when the damnable fiend was sealed away by the white mages of Amdapor. I shudder to think what would have happened had he been reunited with his queen. So now, 1,500 years later, Diabolos is looking to finish what he started. I thought that bat-faced bastard was just some opportunistic underling, but it turns out he's the main villain behind this whole mess. I nearly killed him. after he was unsealed, after he broke his seal in Andaport. Were Cicera alive today, she would accept responsibility for unleashing Diabolos upon the world. As the High Void Mage's familiar, it is my duty to act in her stead. I have deciphered the secrets of the Nullstone, and with its undiluted power shall I erase Diabolos from existence. Heh, I like your spirit, Puss, but try not to run in too quickly, eh? Getting yourself killed won't do us or your master any good. Wait, no one's rushing in anywhere yet. Or have you forgotten that we're still in the middle of scouting out the Fiend's lair? We got the compass to go by eye, but who knows what kind of place it'll lead us to, how many demons will be lying in wait when we get there. We'll fly with our eyes open or risk getting slaughtered just like the Talons. Oh yes, speaking of which, the tome made mention of a potential location for... Uh-oh, there's a rumbling that only hands can satisfy. No, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh man, Leafheart's getting his ass beat. Uh-oh, Redbills are dead. Who's killing our Redbills? Ouch, behind. He's behind you. Ah, curse you, fiend. Uh-oh, he's got the Nullstone. At last, at long last. This is far from over, demon. Will not allow an abomination like the Shadow Queen to rule this world. Then thou knowest not of rule. It is might which decideth dominion. But believe what thou mayest, frail creature, you are playthings. Your screams of denial shall amuse me as I send this rock and all upon it to shatter upon the ground below. Kill him, Clyde! You've done it once before, you can do it again. Oh, he got shot in the face. By a giant dick ship? That's a lot of talent, because she found some new recruits. She practically got an armada, and now she's smoking a pipe. Gods, is that Redlia? Where's she been hiding that ship? Kinda looks like the one that's stationed at Camp Cloudtop, but possibly bigger. It would not tire my arm with the swatting of so many flies. The Nullstone is mine, and there is yet much to be done. You mean you know you can't take us all? That's what you're actually saying. Because I took you before with 3 other people. Although you do seem to be a bit stronger now. I mean, I guess you have been, you know, absorbed the energies of the Void Ark, and you also, you know, have been flexing your muscles and working out since you got out of prison. She's like, haha, you owe me one, bitch. She's like, now you'll have to fuck me. Would you look at that sorry excuse for a Sky Pirate? I knew Redbill and his ragtag crew couldn't be trusted with saving the skies. Consider our debt to you repaid. Okay. So we don't owe them anything. We're even. I thought they were massacred at Mock. Well, clearly she sucked some dick and got some new recruits, okay? I'd say you've broken your arm, a couple ribs, and bruised half your innards. We need to get you some splints and bandages. The loss of the Nullstone is on my head, and I shall see that we win it back. I don't know what you're going to do about it, you little furball. You're pretty much powerless without it, right? So, yeah. Well, well, and I, a lucky sod. 2 demons in one day. Found some new dogs to lick your boots, Radlia? Is that any way to welcome me back to the life? You needed allies, and persuading our reluctant fellows to join in common purpose is a feat only a woman of my charming beauty could accomplish. So, yeah, she sucked some dick. Which I'm okay with, because, I mean, no need to be slut-shaming now, right? And besides, you look too injured to be of much use to anyone. You'd best take your bed, old man. Let me and your champion here take care of the void set. What, so you could tuck tail and run again at the first sign of trouble? You'd not even be standing there if it weren't for me. And even with me arm busted up, I'm still twice the pirate you are. Got any white magic, SCAITH? Nay, I think you should stay behind this time, Leofard. We must pursue Diabolos without you. Time is of the essence, and we cannot afford to wait for you to heal. We must take advantage of Captain Redlia's reinforcements and proceed with all haste. Did the demon drop you on your head for a ball? Without me there to run things, you'll end up getting in Clyde's way. No one's making haste anywhere until we know where we're flying to. Again, Captain Radlia may hold the answer to that dilemma. I suspect that the island where she uncovered the Makai tome is the very location where Diabolos has chosen to lair. The floating marvel I speak of is not a natural occurrence. It was constructed as a haven for refugees of the floods. The tome makes very clear reference to the island's purpose and describes the detail the void scent sorcery employed in its creation. As the Void Ark never arrived at its destination, however, the island remained uninhabited. I can imagine no more suitable hideaway for our scheming fiend. Even better, Diabolos will not expect us to suddenly arrive on his secluded doorstep. The Talon fleet will carve us a path through the lesser fiends, and we shall strike into the heart of the confusion to seize the Nullstone. Once this relic is secured, I will use its power to obliterate our devilish foe. As a Sky Pirate, surely you understand how such an assault relies on speed and surprise. We cannot have a wounded companion slow us down and potentially doom the entire enterprise. Man, K-Sith is a cold hard bitch. My darling's large enough to accommodate your adventurer and his fellows with room to spare. Yep, her giant dick ship, that's right. Ah, SCAITH, now accessible. Yeehaw! Glad that didn't take as long to unlock as the other one. Maybe we'll have some time to actually talk to the NPCs between queuing. Right. I'm sure you'll heal up and come be at the cavalry or something. I acquired our splendid flagship after the Ishgardians saw fit to abandon her. I hear she was an attempt to match the airborne agility of their dragon enemies, but the vessel never did live up to expectations. When she passed to me, we replaced all their improvements with structural reinforcements and made ourselves a flying fortress. Our stately lass will not be knocked from the sky. I like her style. Okay. Well, I guess I'll cut the video off here. So thanks for watching. And next time, we'll do the final raid in the Heavensward 24-man set. SCAITH. That is the actual pronunciation, by the way. You might be tempted to say SCAITH, but it's SCAITH. The H is like weirdly silent, and the I don't know. It's an Irish pronunciation and crap. It's weird. Anywho, stay safe. Have a good day.